friends, and welcome to Pod Return to the Waking Sands. We are a Final Fantasy XIV companion podcast where we explore the lore and story of Hydaelyn and beyond. My name is Jen, and I'm joined by my co-host and researcher.
I'm Levi.
Hey, Levi.
Hello, Jen.
A little too much lime.
Jen has made cocktails. She brought her own lime over.
That's right. You gotta do what you gotta do.
It's tough over here.
Yeah.
Well, beside that, Jen, today we are talking about the Heavensward Weaver quest.
Great.
And Jen hates it, I have gathered.
Hate it. Though, fans of Redolent Rose will be stoked because he's the only point of light in this entire storyline.
Wow, you are coming in hot today.
Yeah.
Looking forward to
this
seeing...
Sucked.
Oh, wow. There's
so
your
sorry.
preview.
It's just like, hey, when they were writing it, they were like, guys, is this a little tropey? And they're like, yeah, it's nothing but tropes. And they're like, great.
Unlike every other plotline in this game.
I mean, obviously, tropes abound. And sometimes we're like, oh, that's a nice use of the trope. But this is it's just...
Well, before we pick it apart, or Jen does, I'm not salty. Jen is salty, so enjoy that coming up.
Right.
But before then, Jen, what happened last time?
In Weavertown?
Yes, in Weavertown.
Oh man, that's another thing. So you come off of ARR Weaver story, and you do this. I mean, you're in despair. The ARR Weaver quest was there was a little minor quartermaster who kind of buys equipment and things for the Amagina and Sons mineral concern. So he buys some of that stuff from the Weavers Guild, gloves and pants and shirts and things. And he is apparently, not apparently, but he is smitten with a woman outside of his station.
His fashion station.
And class station. They are not on the same level. She's unattainable, but they had like a magical moment when he came in to like buy some stuff, and they made some eye contact. Whenever he's like, "Oh my god, I'm in love," but she's the daughter of one of the wealthiest merchants in Ul'dah, and then we've got this other wealthy fuckface who's angling in on his girl. So he's desperate to impress her and comes to the Weavers Guild so that he can, get some things to wear that would make him look better. And he gets some terrible advice from his friends, and he puts together some awful outfits, and Redolent Rose is beside himself. Until at last we make him a very nice set of clothes, and he follows our advice and doesn't wear random subligars and things, and sees the little rich fuckface about to slap his beloved, and he intervenes and tells the guy to get out of town. I mean, he can, but in so many words. And then they live happily ever after, we suppose. And that was amazing. That was great. And then this is just a pile.
Goodness.
Just two very unlikable people.
Save some powder, Jen, for the actual content. Goodness. Right. Well, anyway, we are now on to the actual quest, Jen. We go back to the Weavers Guild looking for work. And there is an emerging pattern with these Disciples of the Hand job quests where we just go to our old guildmaster because we're bored, I guess.
Yeah, like we don't got anything going on.
Need anything from him. We're just like, now what? What do I do?
Right, yeah, we're lost.
And Redolent Rose has a midlife crisis ready to export onto us.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a guildmaster. He has responsibilities. He can't do any of his fashion tourism anymore. So he's like, you know what? You could go to Ishgard and look for work there because Ishgard is like super secret. What are they doing fashion-wise over there? Wearing weird stuff? Probably. Go check it out. So we go check it out. We basically go, we do some boomer shit. We go and knock on doors and shake hands and
Jen,
like, would we like, I'm here for a job, sir.
This is what my dad made me do when I...
Damn it.
was of employable age. He's like, all right, take a stack of resumes and go ask for the manager.
No fucking way.
Go pound the pavement.
Fuck me. It's like 1964.
But we legit do that. So after being given the overall direction by Redolent Rose to go and ask for work at Ishgard, I guess, we start with House Hyenart, because they're pretty cool. And Jen, this quest is called the Social Network.
That's very cute.
Which I love and hate. But anyway, so we go to House Hyenart, and despite our being a minor celebrity there as a machinist, the guard does not recognize us in our Weaver garb. So he says, sorry lad, I'm afraid we've not got the gil to hire a Weaver. Maybe you try House Durndare. I hear they're rolling in coin.
Yeah, they're the Scrooge McDucks of Ishgard.
So
and
now
also, we should have known. Why were we going to House Hyenart for a job? We knew they can barely afford a housekeeper.
Yes.
Anyway.
We go bother the House Durndare guard, who also doesn't know anything, but maybe Madame Glinda, who is someone in the house.
I don't think she's of the house. I think he just knows her, in the noble circles. He's like, oh, she's definitely not of House Durndare. I mean, right?
You think so?
She's just a noble woman. So
not
they travel in the same circles. He knows of her, not of the high houses for sure. But he's just House Durndare isn't looking to hire anybody. Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm only a knight that guards the outside of the house. I couldn't possibly say. And this is the kind of shit when you take a stack of resumes and you go pounding the pavement and stuff. People are just going to look at you like, I can't just sit here and be like, wow, you've got gumption, kid. Here's a job. So we're getting a lot of that.
Back in the day, Jen, that's how it would be. You could
right.
show up and
it hasn't been that day in 70 fucking years.
The paycheck at the same day.
Can you start today? Here's an apron. And also our sexual harassment video.
On that note, we now head to St. Remenad's Cathedral to track down Madame Glinda, who is the widow of a noble and the most devout soul in Ishgard.
And that's saying something.
Yeah.
So maybe she should seek therapy.
That was an escalation.
But I mean,
you're right, but we don't know why you're right yet, Jen.
It's just y'all know
Jen is brimming with fury right now. She cannot contain it.
The fury, ayo, except not brimming with the fury. I'm like, don't devote your life to the fury.
We head to the cathedral, and we find an aging hero woman with a well-wrinkled face wearing a modest dress.
So fucked up.
And
she has a daughter that's 19, so... but she looks in her 60s.
That's how it used to be back then,
But I mean,
Jen.
so... forgive me, but honestly, she should look like not a grandma, because she's not a grandma. She's the mother
She's
to
been
a...
aged prematurely by the
18,
stress of her willful daughter.
Okay. That's fine.
We tell Madame Glinda that we're looking for work, and she says, praise Helone, you are the answer to my prayers. Consider yourself hired.
Oh shit, it worked.
You see, she's schooling her daughter, Averil, in weaving, but she does not learn. So Glinda prayed to the Fury for a proper tutor, and here we are, sent by the Fury.
Just enabling her bullshit.
And we should go see Averil right away, who is supposed to be at home, but the willful child has probably snuck out and is going to go and loiter at the Ark of the Venerable.
I know, right? Oh man, this willful child loiters around the fountain in the most upscale area of the city. How dare she?
We head over and we do indeed find a young Hyur woman in a pastel pink dress with longish brown hair.
It's like a dusty lilac.
My bad, Jen.
That's fine. You must be the weaver my mother hired. Yes, we are. She gives us a little background info. Ever since they lost her father in the war, her mom has turned to religion and spends most of her time praying in the cathedral. Aha! And that's where I was like, therapy. You could just sense it. At home, mom is overbearing, keeps her daughter in the house, and she's trying to teach her how to weave and sew. As any quote unquote good maiden would do, maidenly things, like shaving your armpits and douching regularly. So Averil's dream is not at all what her mom's dream is. she wants to be a chirurgeon for the knighthood, which is awesome. And that's a non-starter for Mom. Obviously, since she lost her husband in the war, she's terrified of losing her daughter in the same way. So she's engaging in all these shenanigans to keep her daughter at home. It's beyond transparent and stereotypical, and I hate it. And I'm like, here we go. So she's been practicing conjuring in her spare time, like in secret. And she's kind of like shoving the weaving in to placate her mother whenever possible to keep up the charade. So she has a decent set of weaving skills already. Don't tell Mom. But if she encounters any clothing items that she can't make herself, then she'll let us know. I'm like, all right, great. We'll just wait around then. Some job.
Yeah.
I hope we're getting paid by the hour regardless.
We are not getting paid very much of anything, Jen.
No, but we're the Warrior of Light. We're rich as shit.
Once again, we are losing money on this job.
As always.
With our ominous employment secured, we leave and return in a short while. Good news, Averil has a need for us. Not as a weaver, but to distract her mother.
That's it. Yeah, now we're party to these deceptions.
Jen, this questline reminded me of when you were rejecting the very premise of my Final Fantasy XI guys' doings. You had a quote where you said, "This is pathetic as shit," when I was being like bossed around by children or something.
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, you're just like the biggest like simp for anybody who will talk to you.
And that is us now, Jen. She's like, hey, go distract my mother. And we're like, okay.
That's why this sucks.
Averil has plans for tea with her conjurer friends, and Mother won't let her go. So here is a glimpse of this dynamic. Mother will not forbid her, but she will hide Averil's favorite dress to passive-aggressively express her disapproval.
Yeah, like you can't go out without this dress, so I'm going to throw it in the cellar or whatever she does.
So will we go please distract Mother while Averil searches for the dress? And we agree, because this is who we are now.
Like, fine.
And we head for the cathedral. We find Glinda there, who asks us if we're there to pray. We can choose to fess up or to lie poorly.
Yeah, we can say, like, actually, unfortunately, no. Or, like, oh my god, yes, I love Halone.
Jen, the quote is, yes, I am one with Halone.
Hell yeah, Halone.
What did you say, Jen?
I said no. I said I wanted to try to open up the avenues of honest communication between mother and daughter, knowing that that's not at all how the story was going to go. But yeah, I wanted to be able to sleep at night.
Well, I did not narc.
See, okay, all right. So you're just making everything worse. I got it.
When I say this, Jen, Mom says a likely story. You just wandered in here out of boredom, didn't you?
See, I know. I also knew as soon as you click that, she'd be like, fuck off. I can smell you heretics from a mile away.
That's because our line is awful. But
yeah.
What did she say to you, Jen?
Let's see. Yeah, so I said, I'm not interested in lying to her. So she's like, Glinda knows her daughter, okay? And she has surmised, I don't remember the exact quote, but she's like, yeah, I figured as much. I know my daughter isn't, doing anything. And I know she hasn't asked you to make anything. We're supposed to be making garments for Averil so that Averil can look at us and be like, wow, you're an amazing weaver.
We're supposed to be teaching her how to weave.
Yeah, we're supposed to be making hella stuff so that, and she's like, my daughter hasn't asked you to make a single thing, has she? And we're like, no. So she's nailed her daughter's stuff. And then she launches us into this whole thing. The kids these days only seem to talk about war and joining the war effort, and she can't allow the war to take her daughter too, and young maidens aren't behaving very maidenly these days, and blah, blah, blah. And then, so
Jen,
time passes.
The operative reveal here is that when she lost her husband, she would have lost her mind if not for Averil.
Well, I mean, that's clear. Yes. This is... All of these nice little round pegs are falling in the round holes. Like, we see this coming from a mile away. I'm going through the motions. Whatever.
Well, anyway, she's talked our ear off enough. Time to be getting home. If only the young were as good a listener as you, things would be different. We rendezvous with Averil at the fountain, who has found her dress, but not the gloves. Mayhaps Mother threw them away, because the fingers were worn through after all. Perhaps we can make a new pair.
Sure.
Some matching holy rainbow gloves.
Okay, yeah, here you go. Here are some gloves for you. It took me 10 minutes. Good thing you're not going to be late to your party because I had to make gloves from scratch.
Jen, you can make gloves in 10 minutes.
I can make them in about 6 seconds.
Holy rainbow cloth is hella expensive right now.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I can just like pump that shit out, whatever. So I did this New Game Plus, OBS, which means I just have to make everything ahead of time.
You don't have to. You choose to.
You can't go to the market board during New Game Plus, and I didn't want to be like, suspend,
I see.
Reconnect, suspend,
I gotcha,
go
fine.
back, suspend,
Okay.
Go back.
I wouldn't know, Jen, because I play things at the proper level.
So you got your strat, I have mine. So I'm making the stuff, and I'm like, oh, holy rainbow cloth. You need rainbow cloth. You need rainbow thread. I'm like, I have all these things, and then you start getting like, oh, I need a random mithrite nugget, which means I need mithrite sand, which means I need to go. So it took me 45 minutes before I could even start making stuff because I realized, I got to go. I'm not spending 1,100 gil on an pile of mithrite sand.
Jen, the value of your time, you could easily make that much money back if you were so inclined, if you just bought the nugget and then did something else like gather some crystals.
Well, I mean, the mithrite sand was going for buttloads of money. So I went and just like snatched up a bunch of that shit and then threw it on the market board, all the stuff that I didn't need. So it was all fine. And then you needed holy water, which requires effervescent water and Dravanian mistletoe. And Dravanian mistletoe is a timed node.
Wow, you went like hella.
I mean,
vanilla.
it goes deep, dude.
I
can just
aware.
whip up some cloth. No big deal. Oh fuck.
This is
Because
why
I didn't have any
use
holy
the
water
market
on me.
board because we don't have to gather every like.
Holy water was going for a billion. I just refuse. Look, not all of us are like awash in 250 million gil. Okay, some of us have only a couple dozen gil.
Like I'm saying,
gil.
Jen, if you wanted to come out even, you could just like buy the shit and say, okay, I'm going to make my money back. So I'm going to go and mine sand for 5 minutes. And it would be far more efficient than like mining and water.
This is why I only have, like I said,
water.
a couple dozen million gil and you have a billion gil.
I guess that's true.
You have your thumb on the pulse of the economy here.
Anyway,
I do okay.
I do respect you doing everything from scratch.
And I was disappointed in myself because I figured, oh man, I've got all of these retainers and they're stuffed to the gills with all of this stuff that I keep for just this reason. I had none of this. I didn't have any mithrite sand. I didn't have any mistletoe. Dravanian mistletoe, you can actually just buy from a vendor, but it's also like 1,160 gil, and the market board was cheaper, which is amazing. So I just bought that because I didn't want to wait for the timed node. Okay, my time isn't worth much, but it's not worth that little. So why did I launch into this whole thing?
Because I was talking about how holy rainbow cloth is expensive.
Oh yeah, and that's why. Because to make rainbow cloth is easy. To make holy rainbow cloth, you need the holy water, and that's a whole nother crafted thing that requires very rare and expensive ingredients. So anyway, yeah, so you make the gloves and you turn on the gloves, and she's like, "Oh my god, they're so nice." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." And then she goes to her party or whatever. So the gloves.
Oh my goodness, there is more to talk about. Jen.
Well, we're not done with the chapter.
Sure, but before then,
her quote unquote sweetheart is also at this party.
Yes, there it is. So when we give her the gloves, she loves them. They're better than anything else she owns, period.
Yeah.
Tea will be all the more wonderful now that I have these lovely gloves. And she can't wait to see what her boyfriend thinks of them. Or as she puts it, her childhood sweetheart, which is awkward phrasing.
Yeah.
For like referring to a child, sure, but who says my childhood sweetheart?
Well, it's a different time. And this is when people got married and pregnant at 16 because their lifespans were halved. Actually, Redolent Rose actually touches on that later. The breath of fresh air later on in this quest line when we go back to talk to Redolent Rose and he actually has like adult things to say.
Okay. Too far ahead.
So anyway,
no, wait. We learned, though, her sweetheart is from the broom, and that's why Mother does not approve of him.
Yeah.
Also, he's a bit clumsy. Avril has this weird, like, motherly doting vibe with her boyfriend, which is
super annoying. She thinks her mom is annoying. Girl, listen to yourself. you're doing the same shit to your boy.
Yes, she mothers him extremely.
Yeah,
yes.
she micromanages his shit. She's like, oh, he can't even walk home. I need to go check on him. And I'm like, that's so annoying. He's probably like, oh, thanks, baby. And I'm just like, y'all deserve each other, I guess. Because every time we talk to her, she mentions her sweetheart, obviously. She also mentions the fact that he's clumsy. Oh, he walked home and tripped and he got all beat up. Like, that sucks. That's... Well, welcome to the rest of your life. Worrying about every time he has to go to the corner shop to buy some bread. Like, is he going to die on the way there? Maybe not. But he'll die on the way back.
I think that she enjoys being needed. Or has made herself feel like she's needed.
Dependence.
You're not wrong.
Your mother is doing.
You're not wrong, Jen.
All y'all are so annoying.
So she goes to tea with her childhood sweetheart and our brand new gloves. And she's back. She had a great time at tea, except that her sweetheart, he was an aspiring conjurer, but he washed out. He's no good. So now he's going to have to be a regular rank and file House Durandare soldier. He's not cut out for that kind of life, though, Jen. And he'll soon be sent out for battle, which means that Averil must go with him to watch over him.
Great.
Which in turn means that she must fast track her conjury growth so she can be good enough to be shipped out alongside him.
Right. She has to be hired by House Durandare because that's who Freskin, that's the name of her sweetheart, Freskin works for her. That way she can go to battle with him and keep her steely gaze upon him and make sure he doesn't get a boo-boo.
Her loving gaze.
Whatever. So, correct. So now the weaving is super not happening at all. She's got to up her game because House Durandare, they only hire the best. In order to turn up the conjury practice to 11, she needs some garb and she wants a hat specifically. And the hat needs to, 1, be good for the conjury, and 2, look like actual fashion so her mother doesn't get suspicious.
Aside from the mother, we can all relate to this dilemma, Jen. We need something that is good gear and looks good.
But she's like, I don't know what the kids are wearing these days, so can you go around and ask people who look good what the latest trend in headwear is?
And we go and hassle some well-dressed townspeople. That is their name. And we ask them what's in vogue this season. And the news is Cavaliers hats.
Both of them were wearing one.
Yeah.
Like, obviously the Cavaliers hat. It looks kind of militaristic, but chic, military chic, if you will.
Yes, it lends the wearer an air of chivalry.
There you go. So, perfect. Avril is also like, when you tell her, like, oh, they're all wearing Cavaliers hats, and she's like, really? Well, okay. I mean, she's sheltered, but she hangs out outside all the time.
She has eyes for one person only, Jen.
All right, whatever. I mean, you're not wrong. She's not at all observant.
I'm not wrong.
Not
Jen's just an
observant.
asshole.
So now we need to create a functional version of this Cavalier's hat for Conjurer. And again, Avril has no idea what that means. So she asks us to consult with our guildmaster, Redolent Rose. So now we gotta teleport all the way back to Ul'dah, where we are still exiled. From whence we are exiled, by the way. So we talked to Redolent Rose, and I'm like, oh god, finally, like a person. So Rose wonders if the Ishgardians' quote-unquote warring spirit is the impetus for the Cavalier hat trend. Regardless, a hat for a conjurer must be made of fabric that can absorb ether efficiently. He recommends holy rainbow cloth. Again, so we make the hat.
When we tell Rose about all our BS, he seems to not judge us whatsoever. He's like, okay, sure. Yeah, you are minding a child against her mother. That's cool. Anyway, here's some hat tips.
Right. Yeah, good. Thank you for glossing over that, because we don't need to talk about it. It doesn't deserve being talked about. Tell me what to make this hat out of. Okay, so make the hat.
He's not mad. Jen's mad.
Jen's mad. And Avril, she looks like all the other well-dressed, high-born folk around town. And then just then, a House Durandare soldier arrives looking a little beat up. And Avril runs over to him and she gives him a little healing touch. And this is Freskin, everybody. He's very cute. But so she introduces him to us and she's like, this is Freskin. This is, he's my friend that I was telling you about. And she asks him,
and he has a boo-boo.
Did you hurt yourself in battle? And he's like, no, I tripped and fell down the stairs. Like literally I was like a block away and I tripped on those stairs right there coming to see you. And that's why I'm all.
But he loves her hat, Jen. And she loves that he loves it.
Well, I mean, they're cute. That's fine, but annoying.
So she gives him a little healing touch to mend his boo-boos.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh, this hat, it's so great. You know, it has form and function. It's so that Mother won't. Oh, no, Mother.
Oh, fuck, Mother.
Get out of here.
Yeah, get out and get. If Mom sees you here with me, she will have a conniption. And Freskin is like, this again, and he leaves. So now it's back to chirurgeon practice for Avril. Because Halster and Dare only takes
Well, when he leaves, she turns to us and is like, well, I told you he was clumsy. What in the world would he do without me?
Hate it. Awful. How is that attractive?
Meanwhile, Mother is creeping in the distance.
Oh, yeah. We get a Glenda POV.
She's peeping us and then she frowns.
She sees the shenanigans. She sees Freskin walk. She sees it all. Like, we know she knows. Avril's just... She's an arrogant teenager. She thinks she's like the first one to think of all of this sneaking behind the parent shit.
Jen, you are so unforgiving. This actually reminded me of my own teenage years. Not the sweetheart or the weaving. It's more like
keeping
parents.
Shit with your parents.
Exactly, yeah. Like it's highly, to me, relatable because overbearing parents, you want to do your own shit, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
And you're doing your best to keep them out of your business and they're just getting up in your shit. Wasting your time.
The more you pull away, the more they want to clamp down. And it's the worst dynamic. It's a tale as old as time.
Yes.
It's cliche as fuck. We've all been there.
It's cliche because it's
They've
relatable.
done nothing different with the trope.
Between that dynamic and also the whole resume employment seeking thing, I was having childhood PTSD
no kidding.
Myself.
You're like, I had to do that. Oh my God, I did that. Oh my God.
So I don't think that Avril is acting, I guess, well in the situation, obviously, but I can relate.
She's a kid. She's
exactly.
I mean, she's feeling out herself. She's fighting for her independence because that's what you do at that age.
Yeah.
It's a very tumultuous time in a family.
I mean, you are right, Jen. It's not saying anything new here, but also you've given many things a pass that also don't say
for some reason
new.
This just pissed me off. It's just whatever. It's a. And I also got frustrated too with Beaton and his bro, and I'm like, why aren't you guys saying words to one another?
You did. That was great, though. That was fantastic. You were so emotional during that episode. You're like, what is going on here? Talk.
Yeah.
Talk, you fuckers.
It's obvious that you guys love one another. This is stupid. This is also stupid. But these people are doing it in the most unlikable way. I have no sympathy for either one of these people. Mom has turned to a coping mechanism that is pure toxicity. It can't be helping her in any long-term way of healing, of relating to the only family she has left. Again, not unique at all. But I don't need to see it in my escapism. Anyway, okay. So now we leave and we come back. Time passes. Good news. Avril has been accepted by Halster and Dare as a chirurgeon. Did you know that chir in is it Greek or Latin? The root word means hand. So chiropractor is like one who practices with their hands. And I didn't know that. And there was a trivia question recently that was like, what's chirology or chirography? And it's the study of handwriting or whatever. And I was like, the study of spinal snapping and twisting? I don't know.
Jen, most things you do with one's hands. I don't know why chiropractic gets a pass on this.
Well, we could have a whole conversation about chiropractic. Chiropractorism.
You're right, we could, but we're not
holistic bullshit that is chiropractic.
Having a conversation about that.
Anyway, this is stirring up all sorts of.
I'm calling out why chiropractic gets to dibs the hand word when every other fucking job in the world uses their hands on something. Except, I guess, like what we're doing right now.
What is me typing on a keyboard? Cairo sorcery? My Cairo sorceress.
Us being a magician.
Stashing spells. Anyway, wow. All right, anyway. So she can join Freskin. Hooray, all of her dreams have come true. Mom doesn't know, obviously. She's also been acting weird. Like, of course she's acting weird. She knows all of what we have been doing. And she's probably desperate to keep you from doing what you're about to do. So, which brings us to our next point. Her mom asked her to spin a donation of wool, and she only just finished it. She's like already late. It's like, can you deliver it for us? Because I gotta go do a thing at a thing.
She did her chores real fast, Jen, and then she wants to run away before her mother gives her more chores.
Well, that, and also Freskin, of course, is doing some training.
Sure.
And she wants to, quote unquote, inspect him afterward to make sure that he's okay.
Jen, I will tell you more childhood anecdotes.
Oh my God. Freskin's getting, like, roasted. He is getting red to shit every time Avril leaves. Like, oh, the mama's boy, except it's not his mom, it's his fucking girlfriend.
Fine. Jen does not want to hear my childhood
No, go. I just wanted to
Fine.
say that.
Back when I was in like a high school summer job, I was like working in the heat. Work ended early because it was so hot that day. They're like, just go home.
God damn.
And I go home early, like at 3 p.m. roughly. And my parents, my father, namely, is pouring concrete in like the new driveway because he can't not work on our home.
Sure.
After getting home from work in this hot ass day, I get home and I get roped immediately
100%.
into helping with the concrete pour.
You know what? My employer, who really was, that's kind of crazy. What was the job?
It was cleaning dormitories at the university.
Right. And that's an indoor project. And they were still like...
It's an indoor project in an unconditioned, like, 50-year-old building.
Oh, shit. Oh,
So...
that's horrible.
Yes.
That seems kind of fun, though. I don't know. It's like a high school job. You're just kind of like going around shooting the shit with your buds.
It was
outdoors.
hard work. They had
sure.
agenda to keep.
Yeah.
An itinerary is the correct term.
What are you doing home? Oh, they sent us home because of the heat. It was too dangerous to work. Oh, perfect. Stay out here in the outdoors, in the direct sunlight, and do hard labor with me.
That's correct.
I'd be like, I'm just going to go back to work. Please let me do something.
We bring the wool to Mother so that Avril does not get further chores when she's done with her chore.
Yeah, Glenda's like, you.
And we have not yet done our job once for her. We should be fired, honestly, Jen, for enabling this bullshit.
It's not our fault. Glenda hired us.
It's not our fault, but she should fire us because we're not doing our job and we're actually like obstructing what Mother, our employer,
wants. We are beyond
wants.
passive as a tutor. We're just sitting around waiting for Avril to tell us to make her something.
Correct.
And in between times, we're basically, I mean, like, we're working for Glenda, but we're also working for her daughter, right?
Right. But
and so
Glenda
Avril is like, I command you to do these things, and like, well, okay.
Glenda is presumably paying us like 1,000 gil per quest step, though, that we get.
It's pretty good.
And I'm just saying that because we go to her and she's like, you have not done a single thing with my daughter, have you? After we give her the wool, and we're like, not really. And she's like, that girl. Now you do your job, or you obviously I can't.
This was previously when we had to distract her while Avril looked for her dress. She's like, our daughter hasn't done shit. You haven't done shit, right? We're like, well, no. This time we handed her the donation, and apparently this was an early delivery. And she's like, oh, gosh, I didn't expect this until way later. Is Avril, could she be getting better? Is she improving in her skills? Huh. Yeah, imagine that. Well, clearly, she needs a task requiring more effort and time. So, Glenda tells us to tell Avril that she wants her to make a set of monastic robes. That is a one hell of an escalation, and we know what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. This is a thing that'll take 40 hours to do. I'm starting to blah, blah, blah.
If she can't do it, she will not be leaving her home on these ridiculous outings.
Quote,
I will forbid it.
I will forbid it. She has everything she needs for weaving in her chambers.
And don't you dare make these for her. If you sew so much as one stitch, I will be able to tell.
I believe her. I'm like, I'm not going to do that shit. But if Avril asked, we'd be like, okay. So we go back to Avril and we tell her what her mom wants her to do. The first thing Avril says, the first thing out of her mouth is like, oh my god, good news, Freskin is safe. Okay, I don't care. He was gonna be fine. It was training. Loosen your fucking grip. Get a grip.
Make up your mind, Jen.
You got banged up on the road home. Like, again, this anxious attachment. The thing your mom is doing to you that you hate, you're doing to Freskin, but apparently he's too young to know that it's toxic. Anyway, so we tell her what her mom wants her to make. And she's like, oh my, a whole set of monastic robes? That's crazy. She can't just whip that up. And it's almost like mom's giving me impossible tasks and threatening my freedom. Weird. So, looks like she's just going to have to suck it up and do the thing. So she asks us, wait here. Just wait here. I'm going to go do this thing that she just said she couldn't whip up. Wait for her while she goes whips it up. So we sit at this fountain while she goes and creates a set of monastic robes from scratch. And she's back presently and she's like, oh, I did it. I made clothes. And right then her mom walks over and she demands to know what Avril's doing outside. And she's got work to do. Why you gotta be home working on the robes. And then Glenda accuses Avril of having us make the robes for her. Don't lie to me, blah, 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 blah. So Avril produces the robes. And she says that she's wounded by the accusation that gave us the work to do and not her. And, I fucking made these. Look. And Glenda inspects it and she's like, yes, the seams are uneven. Yes, clearly your handiwork. Then Avril is like, okay, well, I did it. I did the thing. Can I spend more time away from home now that I've done this thing? And Glenda, she knows she can't say no because she's kind of already tacitly agreed to this. So she doesn't say anything. She doesn't say yes. She doesn't say no. She's like, arrogant girl. You remind me of... Spoilers, she was going to say, you remind me of me when I was a girl.
Jen, you are so mad.
I'm so done. I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
Avril is confused by how strong this reaction is, but she says, whatever. I'm free now, so she runs off to go spend more quality time with her BF.
Again, she's young, but she's also not very observant.
She does not care, I think.
I don't think so.
It's not on her list.
She's too young to understand what her mother is going through.
Yes. So we take a break, and once more we return to the fountain. Avril announces that she and Freskin will be bound for the front lines soon. She has one final request: to create a garment to wear into battle. And once more, we're trying to not tip off Mom.
Yeah, she needs another garment that can double as conjurer garb and armor and look cute. So again, we run around town and we ask the well-dressed folk, what are people wearing? And they confirm either bliad or a doublet would be the best. And Avril chooses the doublet. But she wants us again to consult with Redolent Rose.
It reminds her, Jen, of one at home that her mother used to wear before she became so dull.
Shut up! You don't say. She also asks us once again to consult with Redolent Rose on the materials for this triple duty piece of clothing. So, after dealing with these guys, going back to Redolent Rose, this is the highlight, the only highlight I have in this whole thing. Except for the very end, we'll get to it, it's fine. So, we're talking to Redolent Rose, and he's like, oh, you could say the fabric of Ishgardian life is woven from loss. That is why their art has such beauty. Their lives are as glorious candles, burning twice as bright, but half as long. And he's very proud of himself for that little nugget of wisdom, this little bit of poetry that he conjured. But anyway, he's like, you came to me for a recommendation, here I go. You're going to be battling in Kurthis. It's called Chimerical Felt is going to be the shit that you're going to use for this doublet. So I bought this. I did not make it because it was cheap, relatively speaking. I remember Chimerical Felt. I remember how batshit that was to buy, to source, to blend, and then
it's actually pretty cheap right now.
God damn it! I just bought it because I could resell it. It's New Game Plus. I'm just gonna put it right back on my record board. But it was also like a culinarian recipe. There's like 7 things that goes into this doublet.
Jen, this is kind of criminal because at the time of my doing this, people were selling the finished product for less than the cost of materials. This takes beyond the felt, which is like the least challenging thing. This takes numerous kind of end-game Heavensward items, including the ether sand.
Yeah,
which is like for 8,000 a pop.
Unreal. Yeah. I think that was like the one thing I actually had on hand.
Look at that. Did you sell it for 8,000 a pop?
I had like 24 piles of it.
Get on that.
So I sold like half of them. Because I'm like, but what if I need them later?
Then you can buy it later.
For $1 billion. You don't know. The market fluctuates too much.
It might be cheaper because it's pretty fucking expensive right now.
It's just going to sit on my retainer forever and ever.
I know.
We all know.
That's why Jen is poor. I have to buy her motorcycles.
Oh, please, sir. Spare a motorcycle.
I did.
It's pretty great. I mean, like, yeah. It's pretty great. And I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for thanking me.
Yeah. It was a very nice gift. I'm like, I could have purchased it. Like, honestly, it wasn't like affordable. It would have decimated my, decimate, because that implies that I had 70 million gil, because decimate means to reduce it by a 10th.
In the technical sense, yes, but nobody does that. That is no longer the common definition.
I know, which
it
is
would have
upsetting.
Devastated your savings.
Correct. Because I was sitting out, I think, at like 23 million gil at the time, and I'm like, 7.5 million. I don't want to have to build all that back up. Fuck that. They're like, I'll just buy it for you, because again, billionaire.
Incorrect.
Close.
That is an exaggeration.
Anywho, okay, so Redolent Rose, he has his beautiful moment, and we're like, can we just hang out with you for the rest of this quest? No. Okay. So with the new outfit complete, she looks very cute. This is a really cute healer outfit, honestly. The little doublet, the thigh-high boots.
It is not a good disguise, though. This thing is hella
my God.
practical.
I'm like, girl, you look like you're going to the front lines.
This is like
How do you
stolen
think this is
valor if this is a fashion item.
I know, right?
It's got vials on the side of it and shit.
It's got vials on the side of it. And like the women we asked when we were like, what are you wearing, ladies? They were all wearing them with like beautiful full skirts. So they were not wearing them with like slops. Well, not slops, but like pants and military boots.
Yep.
And the cavalier's hat. I mean, like, girl, you're fooling nobody. So she's thrilled with the outfit, and we're like, you do look real good.
She will be the belle of the battlefield.
Belle of the battlefield. That's macabre. And she's still kind of vacillating on her decision to tell her mom what's going on or to keep her out of the loop. And she decides that no, it's still best that her mom knows nothing. She's going to leave town and tell her mom nothing. This is horrible. So she and Freskin, they will leave out the Ark of the Worthy, which is the entrance to Ishgard we walked through when we first arrived. And she says it's bad luck for people to leave without saying goodbye, so she asks us to be that person to say goodbye. So we go and meet her at the Ark of the Worthy, and we're saying our goodbyes, and she's like, tell my mom that, I'm going to like do good and I'm living my best life. I'm very happy and blah, 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 blah. But we don't have to tell her because Glenda walks up and she's mad and she demands that Avril. Freskin turns. He's like, "We're just off to the," and Avril's like, "To the feet. We're off to the feet, mother. To the party. And if we don't leave right now, we're going to be late to the feet. Just the two of you at the entrance to the rest of the world outside of Ishgard. Interesting." And her mom was like, well, you're going to cancel those plans. You have your monastic robes that you made were very well received. So I believe that you could probably just make 100 more sets and they're going to need that lickety split. So get back home and start making 100 sets of monastic robes. Don't leave me. So finally, Avril is like, okay, the truth, mother, I am a chirurgeon, and Freskin and I, my clumsy sweetheart and I, are off to the front lines. And she assumes that this news will infuriate her mother, and her mom is like, yeah, and it's bad luck for me not to say goodbye. Record scratch! Literally, like, put in a record scratch moment here. Your raiments gave you away, dear. I know a chirurgeon's doublet when I see it. I wore one myself. I just hoped you never would. And this last little speech by Madame Glenda is the best thing of this quest. Finally, we get a little something. I went to war, too. Your father was so gallant, and I was so in love with him. How could I not go? But I never told him I was with child. And he died not knowing, because I was slow when I needed to be fast, and he died because of me. And that guilt destroyed the woman I was. I gave up conjury to raise you, and I tried to forget my mistakes through Halone. I never wanted you to know war. If keeping you from harm meant keeping you home, so be it. And then I saw you, studying conjury with him. And I panicked. Everything I could do to stop you, I tried. And my actions only drove you further towards the battlefield. Yeah. But the doublet suits you. Back when I was young and sincere and passionate, I'm sure it suited me too. And I do remember that desire to do good, to protect the ones I love. So go, Avril. Go with my blessing. But keep him safe. And promise me you'll come back. And Avril's like, holy shit. Thank you. I promise, hand to heart, on everything that I hold dear, I will come back. And then they leave. But yeah, that's it. And then they walk away, and that's the end of the quest.
That's the end.
I assume we shake hands with Glenda, and
nope.
She gives us a fat stack of gil.
We slink away before she turns her disapproving stare at us.
No, she's weepy, and thank you for being there to help me remember. Or I don't know.
The quest ends right then and there.
Yeah, just literally fades to black. Like a student film in the early 2000s.
Goodness. All right, Jen. Well, you were very angry all episode. Good job.
Good job.
I don't have the venom that you do about this quest.
That's okay. I mean, You've had venom for other things.
You're right that it's very much a trope, but also so are many things, like you said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't find that to be a condemnation in and of itself.
Typically, no, but I just didn't have the patience for this one for whatever reason. Also because, for a variety of reasons, but the two big ones are, one, the high that was the ARR Weaver quest. Delightful. One of my
we have
favorites.
Not yet reached any of the highs in these crafting quests. They're all much more toned down to their detriment.
Yes. Heavensward crafting quests so far have been big, wet, soggy blobs.
Really?
Just
even the
Carpenter?
Blacksmith quest?
We haven't done Blacksmith.
We have.
We did?
That's the one with the would-be knight.
Oh, the young girl. And she wants to be a knight so bad.
Yes.
And because they're also super poor.
Yes.
No, that was good. Okay, that was good. Yeah, that was pretty good. Not as good as ARR Weaver, but it was
Carpenter
good.
Was also funny because it's, again, dad and son dynamics who won't talk to one another.
Yeah, and also, it's just, that was a weird one.
Now we're dad sneaking around the son versus the opposite here.
Yeah.
They should get together.
Straight up. Like, what a weird dynamic.
Anyway, everything you said is correct, Jin, ultimately. But again, I don't have the same venom that you do about this quest.
I understand. It should not have irked me the way that it did, but it did. And also, Weaver was my first crafter, and I don't know, I had like a soft spot for it, and so this was just like, come on.
Well, I will also say that this kind of falls in the Final Fantasy XI, just have no spine and go along with anything anyone tells you to do.
Yeah, oh, you want me to go
MO?
Like this is some 80s 90s comedy movie crap where we
have
to go like
lie to your mom for you.
Yeah, we have to go like Weekend at Bernie's with your mom for a while.
And it's good that we did this before we became a Heavensward celebrity. That would make no sense.
None of it does.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
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 All right. Well, next time we're back on the MSQ, and I will be the salty one, I predict, because we are back to the A Realm Reborn wrap-up once again.
See? And that will do it for today's episode. Thank you all so much for listening. And thank you for being so fresque and so clean. If you want to get in touch with us, you can at podreturnffxiv@gmail.com. You can find us on Blue Sky at podreturnffxiv. Check the show notes for our Discord. Join us for some group runs. You can chat with some awesome people. So, I don't know, maybe we'll see you around town. And last but not least, our Patreon, patreon.com/podreturnffxiv. For $1 a month, you get access to everything else that we do. That includes our Final Fantasy XI series, Vana'diel Van Splainer. The seasonal events from 14 are on there. The Magic the Gathering stuff, the tabletop RPG. We talk about all that stuff, so check it out. And with that, we hope you enjoyed the episode. Have a good day or night, and we will see you next time.